cut my head off this time because I'm using my phone. I've gone back to normal. I say normal, I mean older. Basically, this camera here is out of battery and the battery is currently charging. I'm currently in the old space, which is the desk, though, even though it's got some new cool little things, and I really love this desk area now. It's really nice to work. I do need a new PC. Growler, hello! Once again, Growler is staying with me for most of today, because when I came in today, he had a bit of a weird minute, and if I hadn't known any better, I would have said my cat was possessed. He wasn't acting crazy or destroying anything. He didn't know who I was for a good half an hour. It was like he was afraid of me. But he was acting as if he'd never met me before, which was a bit weird. Because he was perfectly fine this morning when I left the house. He was complaining that I'd left, that I was leaving. So it wasn't that. So anyway, let's get on to wine and whips. There is no drink here actually. Today I am out of wine at the moment. And I finished my cup of tea, so I was like, oh, I really should get this done, but I was waiting for my camera to charge, but it hasn't quite charged up yet, so we're gonna get straight into this. I was gonna show off a piece of work by another viewer. However, I did quite a bit this week. I don't know if you can see them about here, but there's a box of stuff. Hello, Growler. There's some things that I have here. Predominantly, I did show you this last week, which is my scrapbook. Hello, Growler. Whoops. I think I did 2 more pages in here, or just 1 more page. But I did, I don't know if you can see it without the light getting it. I did this page here, and this one here. I can't remember if I did show you these last week, but basically this is done now because I can't shut it. Like, there's loads of room on the actual posts to put more stuff in, but this book is just crumpling in the middle. Like, if I put any more in now, I won't be able to shut it properly. It just won't shut. So that was that, and I started a new one, which I have. There was just scrapbook behind here, so I took one of my die cut pieces and stuck it on and wrote horses and dreams in it, because this one, alright, so this scrapbook down there is full of all my horse drawings, because on DeviantArt I have I do role play where I kind of like use my run a stables and interact with other people via art and drawings and stories and stuff like that, and it's something I still enjoy. I don't do it as much as I used to, but I enjoy doing it because it's an interaction, and it has helped me with drawing. I mean, I do have a lot of crap drawings and I do have a lot of good drawings at the same time, but anyway, so I just want to actually, you're gonna fall off my lap and then you're gonna scratch me up, so settle. I want to catalogue all of the drawings. Now the problem with this small one is most of my drawings are A4 that I then cut down to fit in things like this. So a lot of my drawings aren't fitting in here, or I'm only getting 1 per page. So I managed to do several, this one here. These 2 here. I really like this one because it's fun and silly. And then I did these 2 here. And Growler is generally trying to kill me. And then finally I did that one there. Now that was all in 1 day in the end, so I was really proud of that. But that's art-wise what I've done. I also finally finished this drawing. There will be a video of this up next week. So I have been drawing this one for a while. This isn't fully a drawing that I've done this year. It's finished this year. I started it actually before I moved into the house that I'm currently living in. So this is 2014-ish. So it's taken me 4 years to finish this drawing. But 2018 is my year of finishing projects, so supposedly. So I finished a scrapbook, you know, that's a finishing a project, right? Haven't done any more on the children's illustrated book yet, because I haven't been able to do it. I don't know, my head's not in the right space. But I have until the end of April to get that done. Hello. I also got these two figures painted. Well, actually, I think they were a little bit over a week ago, but I forgot to include them in last week's Wine and Whips. So here you go. They're being included in this week's Wine and Whips anyway. Okay, and I have decided that I am going to do something that I haven't done for a very long time, guys. I am going to go back to model painting. Now, it was requested by one of my subscribers. Sorry, Growler, I've got to put you down. Last year. And I'm going to do... so last time thing that I was painting was the Tyranid Warriors. Now, the idea was that I would go between 40k and fantasy models. So I have had this thing that I'm going to show you, and then you possibly saw a glimpse of earlier, for ages. And I love this model. It's a beautiful, stunning model. And it is the Cauldron of Blood. Well, you can do the Cauldron of Blood or the Shrine. I will eventually get one of each, because even though I know you can change it around with magnets and all that kind of crap, I don't want to, because I build these models and I paint them for me. I don't really play the game anymore. I build them to display them and to say that I've painted them and prove to myself that I can paint them. Once they're done, now this one will not be sold. This was bought for me. This is a gift. So, you know, it's going to be displayed and showed off and everything like that. But if I ever get another one and do this one, I don't know. It may get sold off. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I have made a bit of a start. There is no video footage of me doing this, unfortunately. But I made up, I don't know if you can see her, but I made up the little Medusa. I can't remember what she's. She looks like Medusa, but she's a monster creature. Because I'm gonna paint her. And now I'm not having Hellebron standing, because she's one of the heroes that you can have standing on top of the Cauldron of Blood. I didn't want to have her standing on top of it. I wanted the one, I haven't got her in here. I wondered where my glue had gone. I don't know where she is in here, but I haven't made her yet. But there's like one standing with her foot up on the bowl, kind of like, yeah. So, oi. Hey, you two, behave. Mum. So yeah, I also have Hellebron. So they're going to be like who I'm going to paint first. What will probably happen is these two will be base coated, and I will be working on those in the background as like I'm waiting for glue to dry or paint to dry or something like that, because I started making it. Ouch. It's sharp and pointy. I can't remember where this bit is. Right, yeah, I see. It's the bit that Kane stands on in the background, so that's kind of there. So, I should have painted that before I stuck it together, but you know what? It's fine, it's fine, it's all fine. The idea is I'm going to do what I did with the Vampire Cauldron and just generally paint this together. Now, I'm not going to do it as a weekly thing, unlike I did with the Vampire Cauldron. I'm basically going to put as much footage together as I can until I get a 15-minute video, and I'm going to speed it up to 2000%, because that's what I did with the drawing that I showed you last time. And then you know, I'll maybe have a couple of videos of how to do that. And then while like this stuff is the glue's drying or the paint's drying on this, I will paint these two ladies to go with it. And then we'll see how we go from there. Let's put everything away in that one. Finally, now I've been collecting ball jointed dolls for a while. I haven't bought one at all in the last 6 years, I think it is. About 6 years. But it all started, actually, I'm not going to tell you the story of that. I can do another video about that later on. Now, I have never made a wig. Or no, I made a wig once and it didn't turn out too well, and I decided I was going to try a yarn wig because Evelyn, again, I can't really tell you because I'll do that another time. Evelyn is this little lady here. She is a CP leash sculpt, Cerberus Project leash sculpt. It's one of my favourite sculpts. You cannot get her anymore. Unfortunately, all my dolls have yellowed quite a bit, but I think she looks quite mellow in her yellowing. So she looks kind of like more tanned and stuff like that. But yeah, I made this little wig for her, which I'm gonna style. She's not finished on the styling front. I have to cut it and stuff like that. If I take that off, you can see that she's not quite so yellow. She's actually fairly, and this light in here doesn't help because it makes me look horribly yellow as well. And the fact that I'm wearing orange, but hey. Your eyes are looking a little bit weird today, darling. Right, but anyway, yeah. So, the next step on her is to actually get her face up done. Because I did sand off some top layer of her skin, and she looks a bit paler up on the top. But we'll see what we can do, because you know I might do a bit more sanding to try. Evelyn is going to be a very, very big project for me because she's going to be a fully modified doll. She's based on the character in my story, which I've mentioned before. So all down, I think it's this side or is it this side? All down like one side of her face. I'll use the right side just because it's easier to see at the moment. So all down here is going to be some scarring, and then it's going to go down her neck. Down across her collarbone, it looks like I'm filling up the doll, down her shoulder, and all the way down to her arms. Now, it does actually go a little bit on her hands, but I'm actually going to get her some new hands. So she is going to be one of those absolutely huge projects. Now, she doesn't have any tattoos yet because Evelyn in my story doesn't have any that she's made aware that she has at the moment. So that might change, but whoa. I do need to restring her again. I'm not very good at stringing dolls. I've only done it 5 or 6 times. But she can stand on her own. This is where you don't stand at all, despite the fact that you've been standing next to Vincent for like a week. Yeah, you're not going to stand on your own, are you? No, you don't want to. What's happened here? Oh, I get it. Oh. You just don't want to show off to new people because you're not... I get it, I do. Right, now this is going to frustrate me because she was literally, just before I finished this, she was standing up. There we go. There's my sassy little girl. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for now. You just see me spend like 30 seconds faffing with a doll to make her stand up. You are not going to knock her over because I will get very upset at you. You're going to knock her over. Yeah. Okay, cool guys. So I'm going to say goodbye. As always, if you have a project or something that you'd like me to mention on Wine and Whips, please get in touch. I do love showing things off, even if it's just your channel that you're really proud of. Please talk to me. I haven't done any this week, so sorry to the people who did send me a couple of things to post. I don't know, I wanted to take this week for me. No, I didn't. I'm doing everything and a bit last minute on this one. I've been a bit out of sorts this week, not really wanting to make videos, but at the same time wanting to make videos. It's been really weird. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, leave a comment down below and I will look at your channel too. Can't be sub for sub though. Okay, take care, have fun, and